بالتعاون مع المندوبية الجهوية للتربية بتطاوين، إذاعة تطاوين تقدم إذاعة الباكالوريا. إذاعة الباكالوريا اليوم مادة الانقليزية مع الاستاذين بوعيش وصالح قاجة.
Hello everybody, welcome to today's edition of the English program, which aims to help candidates prepare for the current and final exams. I'm Salih Qaaja with my colleague Bou'aish. Hope that you'll benefit from what we are going to present. And since this program is for the students, we deemed it appropriate to have students with us in the studio to make it more interactive and natural. For that, Rida, we have two guests today. As usual.
Okay, we have two guests from Pioneer School.
Hello everyone, my name is اعداد. I'm 18 years old. I'm a back student in Pioneer School here in Tataouine. I'm very glad to be here today with you. So I want to thank our teachers, Mr. Rida and Mr. Salih, for giving us this nice opportunity to be here with them today.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Hello, good evening. My name is Mohammed Ali Toumi. I'm a back student in Pioneer School. Thank you for having us tonight in this program.
Okay, and thank you for accepting to be with us in the studio tonight.
Thanks.
Okay, despite your busy schedule, of course. Okay. Rida?
So we continue with language, Salah, okay? And we try to cover some grammar points dealt with in the textbook. Yes. Now I think we stopped, Salah. We talked about linkers last time. We talked about using bare infinitive, and we talked about using used to and to be or to get or to become used to plus verb ing form.
Yeah.
So let's start as we did last time.
With a sentence with multiple choice. Okay. So the first sentence goes as follows. Do you mind black us?
He's joining
with a question mark. Okay. I repeat again. Do you mind with a blank us question mark? The options are here.
So we have three options. He's joining, or him to join, or him join.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
what do you think?
I think the second choice.
Yes, me too.
Do you mind him to join us?
And him to join us. Why? Do you find it strange to say he's joining?
No, I don't think his is to cross.
Now why him to join? Why to infinitive? That is, we decide whether it is ing form or to infinitive depending on the verb used. Now after mind, what do we use?
ing form.
Yeah, try to remember. Yes. Would you mind opening the door? Okay.
Maybe you found it strange that we have he's joining, but you should know that verb ing form can function as a gerund, as a noun. Okay? So here, that's why we use he's joining.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay?
So bodies plus verb plus ing.
Okay. Mind plus verb ing form.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay?
Yes.
And we have a set of verbs. After this set of verbs, we cannot mention all the verbs because the list is too long. But at least certain verbs that are commonly used in English. And you should know these verbs. After these verbs, we always use verb ing form. Yes. One of them is mind.
Okay, so Rida, maybe we make it clearer by using a name, for example. We say, for example, would you mind John's staying here with us?
Yes.
Okay, so you see here.
Yes, that's what's confused us. Him and his. Yes.
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah, some common verb is followed by the ing. For example, we find the verb anticipate.
Yes.
Okay. For example, we say we didn't anticipate winning this much. Okay?
Another thing, it is the expression can't plus base form plus verb ing form. Can't help, can't stand. Can't resist, always plus verb ing form.
Can't stand, yes. The verb to deny. Rida.
To deny plus verb ing form.
Yeah, he will deny stealing, for example, something, or he will deny doing, okay?
Okay.
Or having done something, yeah?
To enjoy.
Yes.
Yeah. To postpone.
Suggest.
To suggest.
Okay.
To risk. To avoid.
Yes.
Okay, plus verb ing form.
To
As we
tolerate,
said,
okay,
we cannot mention all the verbs. It's
Yes.
not possible, but at least these verbs: enjoy, suggest, deny. Okay, can't plus verb ing form.
Like also.
Huh?
Like the verb like.
Like,
To like.
Yes.
For example,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like.
It depends.
Sometimes, okay, it depends. We can use verb ing form or to infinitive.
Yes.
In British English, you use to infinitive, that is to plus verb. If, okay, we mean would like plus to, okay?
Yes.
That is, we mean temporary like. But if we talk about like in general, we use like plus verb ing form.
Yeah, for
In
example,
American English, it is acceptable, by the way, to say, I like to. Would you like, or do you like something to drink? I like to have
Juice.
a coffee, for example, or juice, okay? In British English, it is something else. We must use would like plus to, and like plus verb ing.
Yeah, for example, I like reading.
I like reading.
That is, here you talk in general about something you like, okay? Yeah. So we've mentioned the most common ones, at least, okay? The most used ones, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. We move to the second.
Just a remark. There are certain verbs that where we can use to infinitive or verb ing form, okay? And other verbs where we must use to infinitive, okay? And the set of verbs with which we use verb infinitive. We talked about this.
Yeah, we talked about this.
Okay.
The verbs
Last
to
time.
let, to make, to have.
So if you have between brackets, okay? Between brackets, multiple choice, for example, verb ing form, or to infinitive, plus to infinitive. See the verb used before the blank,
Yes.
okay?
Yeah. Yes, the second sentence we are going to deal with goes as follows. I apologize, blank, being impolite to you yesterday. I apologize, blank, being impolite to you yesterday.
So I think we must use the first one. We say, I apologize for being impolite to you yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a phrasal verb, okay? Yeah.
Yeah.
So apologize for. Now there are also certain verbs, okay, where we use a particular preposition, okay?
Yes.
And certain verbs, okay, can be phrasal verbs. So the
Yes.
preposition can change
the
depending
meaning.
on the meaning. Yes. Here, apologize for. Why we have chosen apologize for? Because we say thank someone for.
Yeah,
Yes.
thank
Yes.
someone for.
Blame someone for. But one exception it is
Congratulate
someone
on something.
Okay? Congratulate someone on. Other verbs maybe
on, rely on,
rely on,
Depend on.
depend on, yeah.
lead to, because we use it, okay, when we talk about cause, result, lead to,
Result.
result in, and cause without preposition.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, succeed in and manage.
Yeah.
Okay?
Why? Because they are synonyms.
Yeah,
Succeed
synonym.
in, but
And
manage
To.
to.
Okay?
Yeah.
He managed to open the door without a key, for example, or he succeeded in, doing that action.
Okay. Now, number 3. I read the sentence. The attitude is very different. Blank, what we expected. The attitude is very different. Blank, what we expected. Is it from, or of, or than?
Well, I think their attitude is very different from what we
Yeah,
expected.
different from.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, different
Okay.
from.
Now, different here is not a verb. It is
Isn't it?
an adjective. Okay? and certain adjectives are followed by certain prepositions.
Okay.
The problem is, Salah, is
unfortunately here there is no rule to tell you which preposition goes with which adjective. So when you learn a new adjective, it's a good idea, to learn the preposition that goes with it, and write the collocation or the combination down in your vocab notebook. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Different from
maybe some adjectives that you have dealt with, this year and maybe even the previous years. For example, good, to be good.
Mm-hmm.
To be good?
Yes.
At
Something.
To be bad.
At,
Yes.
Okay, to be excellent.
In or at.
In or at.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, both are
of them are
acceptable.
used.
Yeah. Okay. To be worried
About something.
about. To be fed up
With.
to. Okay. Salah?
Yeah, famous, for example. To be
Famous.
famous.
For
Famous
something.
for something.
Yeah.
Famous for.
I think the mistake that pupils always make it is with responsible.
For
They tend to put of instead of for, but it is responsible for.
For.
And also to be interested
In.
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 Okay?
Yes. And involved.
In. Also.
In. Yes.
famous.
Involved in.
Something.
For. Renowned.
For.
For. Well known.
For also.
Yeah,
For.
the same. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
They are synonyms. Okay. Be afraid.
Be afraid of.
yes.
Yeah.
Be
Upset. Upset about.
Upset about.
Yeah.
Yes. Addicted. Be
To.
addicted.
Addicted to something.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Too.
And hooked.
Hooked
Do
to.
something.
It's
Hooked. Be hooked.
on.
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 Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Be addicted to.
To, but
but
to be hooked on.
On. Okay.
Okay.
Be familiar
With.
With.
and accustomed
To.
to.
No stranger to.
Yeah. No stranger to. Yeah. No, stranger here is a noun, huh?
Yes.
Watch out, yeah. So let's move to number 5, sir.
Yeah. You don't drive as well as your sister. Blank is a pity. You don't drive as well as your sister, comma, blank is a pity. Is it that, or which, or whose?
Well, I think we must use the second one. So we say you don't drive as well as your sister, which is a pity. I think here the rule is that we should not use that after a comma. So that's why we must use which. For example, if we have not the comma, we can use which or that.
Absolutely, yes.
Okay.
Huh? Yeah. So, which, that, who, whom, they are relative pronouns.
Yes.
Okay? Yeah. And which, who, that, and whom can be replaced by that.
That.
On two conditions. We cannot put that instead of which or who or whom. If there is a comma or
There
there
is a preposition.
Okay?
Proceeding.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Now look here. The problem is this, I think, Sarah, okay? In sometimes, even in comprehension, okay? What do the following words refer to?
Yeah.
And you find in the text which
is underlined.
watch out. Which, does it refer to the whole idea before it, or does it refer to the noun before it? Because which can refer to the whole sentence before, okay, it, or it refers to just a noun, okay?
The first noun before it.
Yeah.
Let's give them two examples and
Yeah.
it will be clearer. For example, he made many mistakes, comma, which was silly. And he made many mistakes, comma, which were silly. So the first one.
The first one, the fact of making mistakes is silly.
That's
Because
it,
we
okay.
have comma before which, and we
The
so
verb.
which refers to the whole
The
idea.
verb also was.
Yeah.
The fact of
Yes.
That's
was.
it. Okay, and the verb.
The second were in plural, so it
Mistakes.
it refers to the
Okay,
mistakes.
it refers to the first
That
noun
is-
before it.
The first it
Mistake.
is making a lot of mistakes, and the second, mistakes were silly.
Yeah, themselves.
Yes,
Okay.
mistakes themselves, yes.
So, you know that we have two types of relative clauses, restrictive and non-restrictive. Restrictive, that is, they add essential information to the main sentence. And non-restrictive adds
Extra information.
extra information. How do we distinguish usually? It is, how do we distinguish between restrictive and non-restrictive, apart from the meaning?
In writing, for
In
example,
writing.
it's clear.
We use
commas.
Commas,
commas.
yes.
We use
yeah.
commas.
We put non-restrictive relative clause
two commas.
between
Between two
commas.
commas.
That's why non-restrictive relative clause never comes with that. Okay? Only with which or who
Yeah.
or whom sometimes.
Yeah,
okay?
sometimes when it is the
The
object of the relative clause.
Although whom is optional, you should know. That is, we can put it or delete it. Why? Because it is an object. The man whom I spoke to. But I can say also the man
I spoke to.
I spoke to. He's an old friend, for example. Okay? Now, can we put that here? The man who that I spoke to. Is it correct?
Yes.
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 Now, suppose that I change the place of preposition to. The man
To whom?
to whom.
whom.
Is it an obligatory to put whom
Yes.
here?
Yes.
It is obligatory to put whom. Okay?
Okay, so that can never be the object of a preposition.
Preposition. Yes.
And sometimes, Salah, it is question of whose.
Yeah.
Sometimes you confuse when we should use whose. Whose, what does it replace?
And when is it used?
In questions, maybe.
Apart from question, that's WH word question. But we
As
talk
a
about who is a
relative pronoun.
relative pronoun. Look, listen to these two examples. This is the man. His son had an accident. So, whose will replace his. That is, whose replaces possessive adjectives. His, my, your, our, their. This is the man whose son had an accident. Okay?
Yeah.
That is, in other words, we can paraphrase it and say, the son of whom? The son of whom? So if you every time, okay, you confuse, change the order if possible and see if it fits. If it fits, that's the word.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Good. We move to
Yeah.
the sixth one.
Okay.
So when you blank at home too long, comma, you'll get bored. Again, when you blank at home too long, you will get bored. Is it stay? That is here when you stay at home too long, or will stay, or are staying? Which one?
I think the first one, when you stay at home.
When you stay at home. Okay. Can you justify this?
Well, when you are staying at home, it means something is happening right now. And, if you say when you will stay at home, maybe
It's conditional.
conditional, maybe.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, is it conditional or a time clause? Because there is a difference between
Yeah.
conditional and time
And
clause.
time clauses, yeah.
Okay? Now look, here the problem is that we have when. Yes. And when you at home too long, you will get bored. That is, do we refer to the present or do you
To
refer
the
to the
present, yes.
we refer to the future?
No,
The second part.
Yes, the
Yeah.
second part we
So-
refer to the future.
And
future.
the first.
The first we refer to the present.
No, we refer also to the future. That's okay. That's maybe the trick. But we cannot use will because we have when. It is time clause. And with time clauses, we never ever use will.
Will.
We
okay.
use simple present to refer to the future. Okay? Now, when I say when as a time clause, do not confuse it with when as a WH word question. Okay? For example, I'm wondering when he will arrive. This is a reported question. Okay? It's not time clause. But here it is a time clause. Okay? So we do not use will. We use simple present to refer to the future.
Okay?
We have other, okay?
The same thing goes with as soon as, Rida.
As soon as?
Yeah, before, after, till, until, provided, if, and in case.
In case. These are time clauses that, okay?
That
in
cannot
which,
be followed.
when we refer to the future with time clauses like when, we must use
The present.
the present.
To refer to the future.
Yeah, because we cannot use will. As simple as that. You know that simple present, okay? We use the simple present for things happening now, or what do
Can
we use?
also mean the future by
No,
using
wait a minute, first of all. Do
Before-
we use the simple
in
present
general,
for something
okay?
which is
Yes.
happening now?
for general facts also.
Yes.
Okay. If we review for a general fact, we do not use simple present for things happening now. That's the confusion pupils make.
Yes.
Okay? For something which is happening at the time speaking, we use
Present
Progressive.
progressive.
present progressive. But we use, as you said, first of all, for a general truth.
Yes.
Okay? Wood floats on water. This is a general truth. We use it, Salah, for routine.
Routine habitual actions. okay?
Routine activities.
Yeah.
And we know that it is routine with sometime expressions or adverbs
Of frequency.
frequency.
Such as always,
Okay.
usually, often. Okay?
Yeah. We use simple present also with a fact. What do you mean by a fact
Yeah.
and general truth? There is a difference. A fact that lasts for a long period of time. I'm a teacher, but I'm not going to spend my life. Okay?
Teaching, okay.
In such a job. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Now, sometimes we mean something which is happening now. Okay? It's not happening, in fact, but it is stated at the present. We use it because we cannot use the verb in the progressive. Like, for example, I smell the perfume. I cannot say I'm smelling because it is a stative verb.
Yeah.
There are
The same
certain
thing
verbs.
with remember. You either remember or you don't remember. You don't say, I'm remembering. It's not
that
correct.
is-
Okay? The same thing for the verb to forget. You
Cannot say
forget or you remember. Okay?
Verbs of opinion, verbs of belonging. This house belongs to me. Okay? That is possession. Possess, own, and belong. These verbs cannot be used in the progressive, so we use them in the simple present.
Have,
okay?
when
Have it means possession.
yeah.
Yeah.
But when it means something else, it can be put in the progressive form.
You know these things. But we want to focus just on the exception. We use the simple present with future meaning.
Yes, to
The
the
first one,
future.
it is with time clauses.
Yes.
The second one.
For example, when we say the train arrives at 9, we mean
Yeah,
here that the
good.
train will arrive at that time. So
Yes.
we use the present here to refer to the future.
To refer to the future. Why? Because it is a schedule.
Yes.
It is a timetable. Okay? It is a program. For example, the concert starts at 8 tomorrow. This is something which is programmed. So we use the simple present. Okay?
Yes.
To refer to the future.
Okay, the
Clear?
competition starts this weekend. Okay, so
Because I think you have the notion, sometimes, okay? You have the notion that the future is will or to be going to. Some people consider future as a form, not a tense even. Why? Because simple present, we can use the simple present with future meaning. We
present
can use
progressive with a future word.
Yeah.
To
With
mean
future meaning.
planned future actions. Be going to plus verb to mean intention. Okay? Simple present to mean scheduled or timetable, events.
So watch out if you have time clause, okay? That is till, until, after, before, provided, if, conditional, okay? In case, do not use will, after, okay? These things. Use simple present when you want to mean the future.
Yes.
Here we are again. Thank you for remaining tuned. Rida, let's continue what we have begun.
Okay, so we move to another sentence, another grammar point. This is the sentence. You will not find the hotel room unless you book early. You will not find a hotel room
Yes.
blank you book early. Unless you book early. Now why unless
Because unless
and not if?
Because unless in the meaning is equivalent to if not.
If
Yeah.
not. That
If
is,
plus negative.
unless fits the meaning,
Yes.
Better.
but not if. Because if we use if here, I think the sentence will be awkward.
Meaningless.
You will not find the hotel room if
you book early.
you book early. Okay? Now, if we want to change unless by if, what should we do in that case?
We should say if you don't book early, you won't find the hotel
Yes.
room.
Okay. So the rule, Salah, is?
The rule here, okay, in conditional, this is conditional type 1, okay? As you see here, we use conditional type 1 if plus simple present that gives us simple future, will plus infinitive, or will not or won't, okay, plus infinitive. So now, when is conditional type 1 used, Rita?
Yeah, it's used for a real possibility, okay?
Yes.
That is, when we speak about present and future activities and situations which are really possible. Okay, but before we move to conditional type 1, I think, unless plus positive form means
Negative, have a negative.
if plus
not.
negative form.
Okay, yeah,
Okay,
negative form of the verb, yeah.
Okay. If you, for example, if you don't hurry up, you will not finish your test or catch
The
The
bus.
bus.
the
for
bus.
Unless you
Okay?
get up early, you won't get.
Yeah,
You won't
unless you
get up early.
get up early,
you
will miss
the bus.
the bus, for example. Okay. Now, in conditional type 1, we can use inversion. So we are going to talk about inversion. We use inversion with conditional type 1. We change if by should.
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 Huh?
Okay.
Should you not
okay?
hurry up,
Yeah.
you,
will miss the bus.
for example.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay? Now, I think it was given in the back exam only once, expressed differently. And it can, okay, be given in writing task
Task
1.
1, yeah.
Clear? That is, they give you a sentence and they ask you to express it differently. You keep the meaning, but you use another structure. So if I have if and I find unless to express the sentence differently, I must change the negative form by positive form. Okay?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so the same thing in multiple choice, Rida, as you said here. Okay, so if doesn't fit the context here.
Yeah.
Okay, so the context is of paramount importance.
Yeah, of course. Now, let's move to type 2. The problem is with type 2.
With type 2,
we
yeah.
use the simple past, yes or no,
Yes.
after if. And simple past, if plus simple past, would plus base form. The problem is that do we refer to the present or the past?
For example, if I had a lot of money, I would buy you a present.
I think we're talking here about the past because it's impossible now.
We talk about the past.
Yes.
Now, if we paraphrase it, that is, we take out this if and we try to paraphrase it. I give another example. Sarah. If I knew what to do, I would not ask you to help.
Yeah.
If I knew what to do, do I know?
No.
I don't know what to do. So, I ask you for
Yeah,
help.
so I ask you.
Okay?
So
So this is the situation in the present. So I imagine, okay, something that is not real in the present.
Impossible action.
Yeah, so conditional type 2, we do not refer to the past. It is unreal past. We refer to something which is impossible to happen
In the
The
present.
time
in the
Okay,
present.
yeah.
Okay?
Yes.
So we refer to the present when we use conditional type 2, as Rida has just said. Okay, so we just imagine the consequences of present or future actions and situations which are not very probable or which do not even exist.
Yeah, look, if I knew what to do, can I change it by I wish? I wish I knew.
Yeah.
That is, I don't know.
Wish is possible. Is used to mean impossible actions. Wish.
In
Yeah.
the present,
In the
not
present.
in the past, Muhammad.
A,
Okay?
a desire
So refer
that
to
is
the present.
impossible, no, a desire.
Yeah, okay. So the form is past, but we talk about something,
In the
present.
Okay.
yes?
Yes.
For example, in the example I have just given, if I had a lot of money, I would buy you a present. Are you waiting for the present from me?
No, because I don't have the money.
Yes, because I don't have
Then what?
enough money
Have you
to do that.
Have you ever given a present, Sarah?
Yeah, on your birthday. Yeah.
My birthday. Okay. Well, let's move to conditional type 3.
Mm-hmm.
So what do we have in conditional type 3? If plus past perfect.
That's perfect.
Past perfect. That is had plus past participle.
Past participle, yeah.
We get would plus have plus past
participle.
participle. Now what do we talk about? We talk about impossibility in the past. That is something that happened in the past and it is impossible to change it. It's
Okay,
over.
so
Huh?
we imagine the
situation
possible
that
consequences
didn't
of an
take
action
place
that,
in the
yeah,
past.
that
Yeah.
didn't take place in the past. Okay?
An example. Sarah.
Yeah. Let's say if, for example, if I had known, okay, what might happen, I wouldn't have gone there. Okay. Yeah.
You would have laughed at me if you had seen me playing tennis.
Yeah. For example. Okay. I know that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you see me? Did you see me?
No.
No. Okay.
Thank
You
God.
didn't see me. So I imagine a situation, okay, which didn't take place in the past.
In the past. Okay.
Okay. Again and again, here we can use inversion. Okay. Instead of saying if you had seen, I can say had you seen me. And really, I advise you to use inversion in your writing because it beautifies. Writing is a style.
Yeah.
Okay? Use it in your writing. This is quite helpful. Okay? So we have 3 types of conditional, please. Don't forget. Okay?
Yes.
Yes? Especially when you find a paragraph in the back exam and you are asked to put in the right form and tense. Mind if there is if in the sentence. So one part leads to another. Okay?
Yes.
Clear? That is, try to determine which conditional is within the paragraph. Is it conditional type 1? Is it conditional type 2 or conditional type 3?
And just apply the rule.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's why really pupils sometimes in the back exam, they bother themselves a lot about vocabulary. That is, receiving, for example, a sheet of an exam. You pray to God that you will not find words that you don't know, but you will find words you don't know. If you rely on grammar, you can solve the problem sometimes. Okay? And most of the time, in fact. Okay?
That's it,
It's very, very helpful, really. Once I know a rule, I can answer, okay? And I can guess the right alternative.
And I get self-confident.
Of course.
During the exam, which is something that you should have. Okay. We move now to the following sentence, Rida.
Okay, so sentence 8. I didn't do well in the French test. I blank have studied harder. I didn't do well in the French test. I blank have studied harder. So I would, well, or I should, or I could. I would have studied harder, or I should have studied harder, or I could have studied harder.
I didn't do well in the French test. I should have studied harder.
I should have studied hard. Now, do we refer to the past or the present here?
The past.
The past.
Okay.
If we have modal plus have plus past participle, always we refer to the past.
Automatically.
Yeah,
it is
you are going
the
to see these modals in Unit 4. So let's see, should have plus past participle. What does it mean?
They saw this in the fifth form.
Yes.
Okay.
I think we mean regret about the past action.
You regret?
Okay. You
Regret not doing.
The action happened or didn't happen?
Didn't happen.
happen.
So you regret not doing something.
Yeah,
Yes.
not doing. Yes, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, now if we change should by shouldn't, you shouldn't have done this.
Something already happened and you regret.
Yeah, for example,
Yeah.
he shouldn't have insulted her in front of everyone. Did he insult her?
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did. That is, there was no necessity in the past, but the verb action happened. And should have plus participle, it is the opposite. That is, necessity in the past,
Should have happened.
but the verb action didn't happen.
okay.
We can change should by ought to.
Yes.
Okay? Ought to or should. Now let's move to could. Could plus have plus participle. Listen to this example. He drove very fast. He could have had an accident. Did he have an accident?
No.
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 But it was
So,
possible.
It was possible.
possible to
That
have
is
an
possibility
In the past.
that,
That didn't
take place.
for
So-
an action that didn't take place in the
Yeah,
past.
in the past. Okay? Possibility that didn't take place in the past. So the verb action didn't
Happen.
happen. Okay? Yes?
Now, if we use must, Rida,
Must plus have plus past participle. Yeah. You got very good scores. You must have studied hard.
Certainty.
Certainty.
You're certain.
Yeah, we can mean certainty or deduction in the
In
past.
the
We
past.
deduce. Okay? Yes. It has nothing to do with obligation. Watch out. Okay? Must plus have plus past participle. Okay? Now, would have plus participle, it is not used very often, but it means assumption. He would have done it. That is, it is an assumption because I know him. Okay? I assume something. Why? Because I know the person. Okay?
Yeah, assumption, Rida, can also be used with should. For example, they left early. They should have arrived by now. Okay? So I assume that now they have arrived. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah, there is assumption with should too. Yeah.
Now we have can't plus have plus past participle. He is honest. He can't have done it. What's that?
To blame someone for.
No, not to blame.
No, he
It is-
can't have done it.
I'm certain that he didn't do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, that's it.
That is, it is
Impossible.
impossibility. Okay? Impossibility. So we have can't plus have plus past participle. Okay? We have could plus have plus past participle. We said could have past participle. It is a possibility that didn't take place. If we change could by might, possibility. I don't know whether it took place
Place
or
or
not.
not. Okay.
Should have plus past participle. Necessity in the past, but the verb action didn't happen. Shouldn't have. Absence of necessity in the past,
And
But the verb
but the verb action happened. Yes?
yes.
Okay.
Okay, so what about needn't have plus past participle?
Yeah,
for
needn't
example,
have.
okay? Yeah.
Okay, it is like shouldn't have. The difference is that in shouldn't have, we have reproach. Needn't have plus past participle, it is neutral. He needn't have done it. This is neutral. But if I change needed by shouldn't, there is reproach. Okay?
Yes.
Okay, so and if we use didn't need to, okay. So for example, you didn't need, okay, to do that.
Didn't need to, it's no longer
Okay.
a modal verb. It is a verb.
It is a
okay?
verb, yeah.
There was no necessity and the verb action
In the
didn't
past,
happen.
okay? Yeah,
Okay?
and didn't happen, okay?
Yeah.
And you needn't have done that. It might have happened, the action, okay? So that's the difference.
It happened.
here.
It happened.
Yeah.
You needn't have it happen.
You
Shouldn't
needn't have,
it
okay,
happen.
you needn't have
But there
done
was
that.
no necessity at
Right.
all.
And
Needn't.
You didn't need to. Okay.
There was no necessity, and the verb action didn't happen.
Didn't happen.
Okay?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. The problem is that needn't. Okay? Here. Didn't need to, it is a verb.
Is a verb, yeah.
Like, for example, in the present, difference between needn't plus base form and doesn't or don't need plus to.
To, yeah.
Needn't. In the negative form, it is a modal verb followed by base form. And doesn't or don't need to plus base form, it is a verb.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
Yes.
We move now to the following sentence. Okay, it goes as follows. Never plus blank seen such a breathtaking view. Never blank seen such a breathtaking view. Is it never we have seen, or never we are seen, or never have we seen?
I think we must use the third one. So we say, never have we seen such a breathtaking view.
Yeah, why?
Yeah.
Because here, sir, it's an inversion. The sentence was like this. We have never seen such a breathtaking view. So when we changed the place of never, the whole sentence has changed.
Yeah, we must, okay, use inversion as if it were a question, and it is not a question. That is in the form, okay?
In the form,
yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
In the form of a
Now
question.
we use this usually to emphasize,
Yes.
for emphasis, okay?
And
So-
use it with negative adverbs.
Yeah, for example-
put in the beginning of the sentence.
Not only, hardly, no sooner, seldom, okay? Rarely,
Barely.
never, huh?
Barely.
Barely. Do you think so?
I don't know.
No, barely, no.
Hardly. Okay.
Hardly, no,
No
sooner,
sooner.
okay?
Okay. There is something here with no sooner and hardly. Okay. In the middle of the sentence, when we start with no sooner.
Okay, they have the
Yeah.
same meaning, but hardly. Inversion followed by when.
When.
No sooner. Inversion followed by then. Okay?
Then, okay.
Yes? Yeah. Please, again and again, use inversion in your writing, please. Okay?
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, you often use, for example, not only, but also. But why don't you put not only at the beginning and you make? Okay? Inversion. Yes?
Yes.
Do it. It helps a lot, especially for someone who is reading yours. Because after all, writing is not how much vocabulary you know. It is a style. And you can impress the reader through your style.
Okay. How
Yes?
you write. Okay.
How you write.
How you move from one
Now-
idea to another.
We have also so and neither. Neither nor. Okay? Sometimes we can use neither with. I didn't play, for example, we come back to tennis. I didn't play tennis. Neither did you.
Ah, yeah.
Okay? We use
Inversion.
inversion.
Or
The
nor
opposite
did
of
you,
this,
okay?
or nor
Did you.
did you. We use also so, in order to avoid repetition. I played tennis.
So did you.
Did you. Okay?
So, here the difference. Where does the difference lie here?
When we say I didn't play tennis, neither
you?
did you.
Aye.
We both didn't play tennis, and when we say I played tennis, so did you. We both played tennis.
There is, okay, the form of the verb. Okay, with neither, we use the negative verb. Okay, negative form of the verb in the first. Okay, I didn't play tennis.
Yes.
You didn't play tennis either. Okay, I didn't play tennis, and neither or nor did you. In the second, with so, I played tennis. You played tennis too. So I played tennis, and so did you. So you see here with so, we've got positive verbs. And with neither, we've got
Negative.
negative. Okay?
Okay, another structure. it is so plus adjective that. Do you know that we can use inversion? Okay. He was so shocked that he couldn't speak. We can put so at the beginning. So shocked was he that he couldn't speak. It is a form that we can use with inversion. Okay? Yeah, so the last sentence, Salah,
So the last sentence is going to start with a blank. Okay?
Yeah.
Blank. In detail, comma, the instructions seemed very complicated. Then blank. In detail, comma, the instructions seemed very complicated. Is it to explain in detail, or explain it in detail, or explaining in detail?
I think it's the second one. Explained in detail, the instructions seemed very complicated.
Okay. Now look, sometimes we have two sentences, and if the two sentences are governed by the same subject, we can change one of them into ing phrase or
a past participle,
ed phrase, past participle phrase. Okay, but the sentences should be governed by the same subject. For example, he drove very fast. He hit a boy. The bus driver hit a boy. Here we can change. Why? Because we have the same subject. Driving very fast. Comma. The bus driver hit a boy. Yes. So if we have two sentences governed by the same subject, we can change one of the sentences into a phrase, ing phrase or ed phrase. And we put a comma and we complete. Like and this one.
The ing phrase, Rida, here when the construction is active.
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
Yeah. So the instructions, for example, were explained in detail. Full stop. The instructions seemed very complicated. You feel here something like a repetition. Yes or no? So we can make one sentence. Okay. Now here maybe we can lead us to the ing form, the past participle, and the present participle. Okay, that is the present participle, verb, ing form.
Yeah.
The difference, generally speaking, what is it? Now, if they are used as adjective, let's start. What's the difference? When do we use verb ing form, and when do we use past participle? Usually, very often you find in exams two verbs. Okay, in one is the ing form, and the other one is past participle, and then a noun. And sometimes we confuse which one.
The meaning.
The meaning.
Yes.
That is, what do you mean by the meaning?
If the sentence is active or
passive.
Or passive.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that is can solve the problem.
Yes.
Is there another way to do it? It's not 100% rule because we have always exceptions. But by and large, generally speaking, if it is a thing, it is verb ing form. And if it is a person, it is ed. Okay?
Yeah.
The thing ends with ing, is tiring. ing, okay? But Edward, starting with ed. Edward is tired. You can tell me that Edward is tiring, yes.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, but generally speaking, it is like this. If you get confused, see whether it is a person or a thing. It doesn't work.
See the construction.
Rely
on the construction.
Yeah,
rely
on your
active or passive.
on your rule, that is whether it is passive
right.
or
For example,
active.
you can say I'm bored, and you can say, you can't say about yourself I'm boring, but you say someone else is boring, maybe. Okay.
Yes.
If I'm boring, I will say it. So one should be honest with oneself. No?
You have to have the courage to do
Okay.
that.
Yeah. Clear?
Yes.
Okay. Maybe we'll talk about this next time.
Next time,
That's the ing form. when it is used, because it can be used as an adjective, it can be used as part of a tense, it can be used as a noun, okay?
Yeah.
Hmm?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think that's all. Okay, thank you for listening. Goodbye.
Bye.